Hello. As you can see, I am in the parking lot of a Buc-ee's. I'm driving through Central Texas and obviously had to stop. But that's not why we're here. Well, as a little bit while we're here, like I bought a hat and I'm also sipping on a 99-cent gigantic soft drink. But the soft drink, that's a little bit more why we're here. So like I said, I am driving through Texas, and while I was mapping out the drive, I'm thinking like, oh, what can I do? What could be interesting to see? And it turns out that in Waco, Texas, there is the Dr. Pepper Museum. That's what I'm drinking right now to get in the mood. Because who doesn't love a cool, crisp, delicious Dr. Pepper? I sure do. This is a Dr. Pepper Zero. I usually only drink the sugar-free sodas. But yeah, the Dr. Pepper Museum, it is in Waco, Texas. And if you were thinking, what, didn't Dr. Pepper just descend straight down from the heavens into my mouth? Apparently not. Apparently there's a museum dedicated to the origins of Dr. Pepper. And as is tradition, when I go visit a site and film it, I like to kind of just go off what the website says in terms of information. So I'm all right now at the drpeppermuseum.com in Waco, Texas, and I'm taking a look at things right here. Let's see here. FAQs. Let's see. Info. Plan your visit. Frequently asked questions. Where can I park? Is the museum open? What is there to do at the museum? There's a bunch of different buildings to explore. Also a gift shop. All right, so we're going to check this out. We're going to learn about Dr. Pepper. How long does it take to visit the museum? When is the museum busiest? Now, I am attempting to visit this on a Saturday afternoon when it is apparently the busiest. How busy does the Dr. Pepper Museum get? That remains to be seen. Here's an interesting one. Why isn't the Dr. Pepper Museum more like the world of Coke? Very pointed. Like the world of Coke, the Dr. Pepper Museum is a destination for people who love soft drinks. Both places represent a pilgrimage for many who grew up with icons of popular culture as part of their everyday lives. The world of Coke has the most extensive collection of Coca-Cola and Coke brand memorabilia in the world and serves as a corporate archive, museum, and visitor center. The Dr. Pepper Museum is a history museum dedicated to telling the story, blah, 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 blah. It's a non-profit. It's not owned by Keurig Dr. Pepper. We house and maintain the broadest collection of soft drink memorabilia in the world. Basically, the Dr. Pepper Museum, if you keep coming at them saying, why is it not more like the world of Coke? They're tired of your asses. They're tired. Just go enjoy it for what it is. It actually sounds pretty cool. Let's go check it out. Right now. Well, actually, right now, once I finish. Is Dr. Pepper the size of my head. Thanks, Bucky. You come through again. Hey, y'all. I think we found it. Big Dr. Pepper mural here. And I can see there's a bunch of people lining up here. So I don't know. This might be a hot ticket. Let's check it out. Whoop, gift shop. We'll be heading there. It's a pretty big complex here. Okay. Not too bad. Got my wristband. I'm in. Let's go. So this exhibit is kind of just about the healing properties of water, potentially. It's pretty interesting. I don't know about any of all that, but you know, we got ancient baths and that sort of thing, and I do love a spa, but still haven't found out anything yet about Dr. Pepper. So let's keep walking. Soda for your health. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Boom. Dr. Pepper. Charles Alderton. I feel like we're going to hear more about him. So the museum also features a lot of what is my favorite thing, which is the old-timey advertisements. Here we go. So happy to have a soda. Are you ready? Whoa. Something I actually wondered about. Why did they get rid of the period? Or why is there no period in Dr. Pepper? Well, I'm learning that today. Everyone loves squirt. Boop. Heat it in a saucepan until it steams. Place the lemon in. Alright, we might have to try that. Ooh, Joke Cola. This is a dirty lie. So that was actually very interesting. It is an exhibit about the history of convenience stores, but particularly about segregation, Jim Crow laws, specifically in Waco, Texas. Definitely something I'm going to look a little bit more into, and I advise you to do that as well. But it is also, there's a lot going on in this museum. I mean, there's the soda stuff, there's the history stuff. Some of it's like, very deep, very dark. All this with soda. Pretty impressed. Again, the exhibits are focusing a lot on Waco, Texas, because that's where we are, but I'm about to enter the Dr. Pepper Around the World section of the Dr. Pepper Museum, so let's go. Alright, let's go in here first. Alright, I think this is the soda fountain. Oh yeah.
Fresh apple slice for
So that was, there's a make a soda thing you can do. Taste a soda, make a soda, bathe in a soda. So they have a bunch of interactive exhibits and things that you can do, a little extra charge on the admission. So we're not gonna do that today. But a couple more things to look at here. It all wraps up with the actual soda fountain where apparently I get a free Dr. Pepper or I can use it to upgrade, so we'll check that out. But also surrounding the soda fountain, and this was really interesting to me, are some exhibits on things like the segregation of soda fountains, more about Jim Crow and the South, and we are in Waco, Texas, some specifically about Waco. But yeah, this is it's really interesting. It's a museum. There's a lot of museum, there's a lot of history, there's a lot of very important information, and there's a lot more of that than I thought there would be. It's not just an advertisement for Dr. Pepper. Fascinating. Also 7-Up. Look at this little guy who, as a little kid, I didn't get. I thought was a pepperoni. I don't know. He's right on the logo. Original Dr. Pepper artwork. Not the devil. Okay, so I'm in the soda fountain line. There is a bit of a queue, which means I have time to decide what I'm gonna get. There's a whole menu. You can just get a Dr. Pepper. They recommend the Dr. Pepper float. That sounds really good, but they are also making the hot Dr. Peppers. Now here's the thing. I could make the hot Dr. Pepper at home, but I wouldn't be experiencing it here. So, I don't know. Choices. I probably have about 10 minutes to decide, which means that I will get up there with no decision made. Let's see what happens.
Lacey?
Veda. So I ended up, it's very loud in here, ended up going with the float, classic Dr. Pepper with the vanilla ice cream, because as I was waiting in line, I was texting my husband, Spiel Mark Bailey, of course, 24/7, like I always am, and I realized that I'm gonna see Mike next week. I will make them try the hot Dr. Pepper with me, so stay tuned for that. But I just got the Dr. Pepper float. It retails for $8, but you get $1 off, and it comes with the cup. I did that because of the visual, and I am a sucker. Now, this is what it's looking like inside. It looked a lot better when they handed it to me. I kind of filmed it when I was picking it up, but then I went and, of course, took a bunch of pictures with it. But it's just the original Dr. Pepper float, Dr. Pepper with vanilla ice cream. I mean, I've never had this exactly, but I think I know how it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty good. Let's try it. Folks, I'm sad to say this slaps. I didn't want to know that. Now I'm going to want to have this all the time. But yeah, it's a good combo. There's some ice cream. It doesn't look great. It is not visually appealing. But it is very tasty. Yeah. And I'm going to keep the cup. Somehow I'll get that in my suitcase. But all in all, Dr. Pepper Museum, it actually was very interesting. I'm finding more and more that I approach some of these places thinking like, it can't be that cool. And they actually are very, very interesting a lot of the time. This one had, again, a lot of advertisements. Obviously, it is a soda product, but a lot of history too. There's obviously been very much an attempt to be thoughtful and responsible and try to reconcile a lot of history that I don't know may or may not be directly tied to Dr. Pepper. But yeah, I think that it's worth a visit, actually, if you're in Waco. If for no other reason, this is very good. Anyway, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and recommend where else I should go. Because in the next year, I'm going to be road tripping a lot, stopping in a lot of places, and I feel like, given the vibe right now, and how everything is just tanking before our eyes, I'm real heavy on nostalgia right now. So I have a couple places in mind, but if there's anywhere that you recommend, particularly in the United States, that I should go and check out that's kind of like nostalgia-oriented, let me know. Put it in the comments, send me a message, you know what to do. And don't forget to tune in when I make Mike try hot Dr. Pepper. Veda Scott. This is really good.